Bluejays winning over the Duncan Demons 42-10. We're now joined by the Bluejay head coach Kelly Beeby. Let's go downstairs with Shawn Silvis.
All right, I'm live here with head coach Kelly Beeby. Coach, after an explosive opening play, you got this team settled down and got rolling into Guthrie football. Just walk us through what was going through your mind and how you got control of that game.
Well, Coach Carter is the offensive coordinator for Matt Terry over there. He's a veteran play caller, and he had a veteran quarterback in Sawyer Rice, 4-year starter. And they just basically, we had a coverage boss. They created a 3-receiver side on pre-snap motion. We don't mob it, and, we got guys on the wrong guy. They hit the open receiver, brought him over, fixed it. Of course, I had a little conference with the player that busted coverage, I think on about the 30-yard line in the middle of the field. But he realized what had happened, and I just told him, calm down, let's just go play. So that's how that kind of scenario opened up.
So you had defense had 3 big turnovers, and after those turnovers got scores off that. Talk to us about just the way this team's playing like a unit tonight. It was a really good night for Guthrie football.
Well, the bye week was not enjoyable for anybody on the Guthrie football team as far as, we just challenged them quite a bit to play what we talk about is Guthrie football. We're going to run the ball, we're going to stop the run, we're going to tackle, we're going to win special teams, we're going to be disciplined. I know we went to the finals a year ago, and I know we brought several players back, but we also graduated some incredible leaders, on the field guys that look to guys, and that was something else we talked about is everybody taking some ownership and developing that chemistry that's going to, who are our guys when there's adversity, who can we look to? So that was all, kind of a triangulated attack with the coaching staff to the kids. Kids bought in. We had extra preparation time, but we really spent the first week just on us. Let's block, let's gap down backer, let's get off blocks, let's tackle in space, let's line up right, those kind of things. So playing a team like Tuttle right out of the gate will expose you, and getting exposed, I've never learned anything from a blowout win, but you have a tough loss and you learn a lot about yourself.
So back at the Rock next week, just talk about what we got to look forward to there.
Well, I don't know much about Blanchard. We played them first time last year. They've changed football coaches. Lance Manning, former 6A football coach, I think 11, 12 years he's been out in private business, has come back in. I know Lance is a hard-nosed, old-school guy. Blanchard has big, physical, tough players. They have a great community like we do. They've got gold balls in the trophy case. So I anticipate them coming in another outstanding ball game next Friday.
All right, so the lights, it was a new thing here, fun for the crowd. What did Kelly Beeby think of that?
I loved it until Cesar was trying to kick to make it to 42. And I guess, I don't know who didn't know how to turn them off. But no, that was incredible. Yeah, that was awesome. And according to Chap, they're going to get them even juiced up a little bit more where they do more things. But, yeah, it was a cool environment. Hey, I want to thank the fans tonight. We had a great showing out here on Whiteout, and it's always a big deal to our kids and our community. We love playing here.
All right, well, Coach, that's all we got for you tonight. Thanks for your time. Congratulations. We'll see you back here next week.
Is Coach Mick up there?
He's up here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Coach Mick. Scotty.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll go back to you.
Thank you, Shawn. Great job, as always. Coach Beeby and Coach Mick have won a lot of state championships together. At least you can get a shout out there, Coach Mick.
Yeah, a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun coaching together, and we talked about this, and I'm probably sharing too much, but when we were winning all those games, you win 14 games in a row, and then you go back in we played on Saturday last time, but you go back in that next day, and you're like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Because it's always next week, and we talked about that, and he's like, man, we didn't really take time to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're so wrapped up in who's next, what do we got to do to beat the next team, that you just get caught up in the coaching aspect and preparing the kids, and you don't take time to enjoy it. It's fun now to look back on it.
Sure.
You go, hey, you remember this or remember that, or man, how did we get away with beating this team who was so much better than us physically, or you talk about those things. It's a bunch of memories. So Coach Beebe's doing a good job with the program, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch Blue Jay football.
Absolutely. Blue Jays win tonight 42-10.